Hey friends, Uncle Marv here. Hang on. Don't press that skip or fast forward button yet. Yes, I'm going to let you know that this episode was recorded at PAX8 Beyond. Yes, I'm going to tell you that it is proudly supported by my partners LionGuard, BVoIP, and TrueGrid. I'm going to tell you what a great event PAX8 was, yada, yada, yada. But here's what I really want to ask. This is the last podcast reporting that I did at PAX8. And there were a lot of conference recordings so far this year. There will be more later on this year. But what I really want to do is hear from you and ask you to shoot me an email and let me know what you think about these episodes. I really want to know if you enjoy them. Your feedback is what helps me keep making the show better. And I'd like to know if you guys like what we're doing at the shows. Of course, I would love for you to share the episodes with your friends and colleagues. But if you don't like it, don't blast it on social media. Just shoot me an email and let me know what you think. Again, last episode of the PAX8 Beyond. It is a long one, but I think it's one you'll enjoy. So let's dive in. Hello, friends. Uncle Marv here with another episode of the IT Business Podcast, continuing coverage at PAX8 Beyond in Denver. Folks, we are coming in on the final curve. This is the final interview here, and I have saved the best for last. Return of the Mac, Mackenzie Brown, Blackpoint Cyber. Mac, how are you?
I'm good. Oh my gosh, Return of the Mac, that's perfect. I'm great. You have the best spot in the house. We're just watching people walk by. This is great people watching.
Yeah, it's great until they try to interrupt you during the show.
Yeah. And you're like, not now.
Like, gotta go, need my on-air sign up and all of that. But, Mac, let's first let everybody know, because people listen to the show out of order sometimes.
Okay.
So somebody might listen to this and not realize that we had a show that we did while in IT Nation.
Yeah. And
let me continue the theme of that show.
Okay.
Anything new on the Viore leggings?
No, I mean, I do get their emails, though, so nothing new on their leggings, but they do have some really good new golf and tennis stuff coming out. We just need to finally, next time I am on this, I'm going to actually just go buy a full Viore set.
I was waiting
Maybe they'll sponsor me.
I was waiting for the email to say, when you land in Denver, let me know so I can take.
I know, we need to go straight to the store.
But golf stuff, I didn't realize they had golf attire. I can wear some golf stuff.
I think it's like dual, yeah. They have some dual stuff. I don't know about the men's.
Oh.
I don't know about the men's.
Is it part of their action line?
Probably.
Like active clothing is like not really for fit. People that are active?
Even though it's like, aren't these all clothes that are for like not being uncomfortable in? Right. So they're all active clothes?
Yes. All right, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Okay. How are you liking Denver? How are you liking PAX8 Beyond?
I like Denver. Easier to get to than the other side of the country for me, so that's always nice. And
I mean, coming to Florida? Is that what you're saying?
No, I would never say that. I love coming to Florida, please, I swear. But no, I love coming to Florida. It is just, I got to hitch up the wagons to get out of Idaho, so it's like it's a whole thing.
That's just to leave, period, isn't it?
Yeah, every single time.
There's one airport in Idaho?
Yeah. There's other tiny ones.
One big airport.
One main airport
there's
in
a couple
Idaho.
of executives. Jed probably has an airport behind his barn.
Definitely. I got to hitch up the wagons every time. I don't have a lot of options. So coming to Denver is a lot easier, a lot quicker. And we're headquartered here. Blackpoint Cyber's headquartered here. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, I know.
I need to come see the office.
You do.
Okay.
It's nice.
But it won't be here next year.
Yeah, I saw that too. I know we're just shooting it right now, but I was a little concerned. It was in Salt Lake City. I'm like, this is going to be like an MSP challenge. Do they know the liquor laws there are a little bit difficult?
Well, this is going to get censored, I know. I was wondering, I'm like, okay, Karl Malone, I don't think is living there anymore, so what am I going to do?
Who?
Oh.
Post Malone?
No.
Oh, because I was like, he does live there. Maybe that'll be the artist they bring in next year.
Maybe. No, basketball. Do you watch sports at all? Okay.
You're going to get me in trouble. You think I don't like Florida, and people are going to think
sports.
I can play sports.
People are going to wonder, how are the two of them friends?
I just can't, anyways.
So Post Malone lives in Utah, really?
Yeah. Park City.
How did Post Malone...
I think he's at the Aliens or something.
How did he get to look the way that he did, be a country singer out of Utah?
Anything's possible. I believe everyone's becoming a country singer now.
Of course. Now that Beyonce's made it a trend.
I know. So it doesn't matter if you look like you got prison tats. It doesn't matter if you're, actually coming out of prison or going to prison. You can all be country stars. It's great. I should pick that up. Maybe that's our backup here.
Ooh. Listen, you have a name for country.
Mac Brown? Yeah. Mac Brown, Mackenzie Brown. You're right. I'm more like a bluesgrass girl, though. I like the bluesgrass.
You do?
A little
Really?
bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a band called Larkin Poe. They're amazing.
Larkin Poe.
Larkin Poe. It's two sisters, and they are really good. Highly recommend it.
Now, from what I remember, because I go to blues bars in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, yeah?
So most of them do their own music, play their own instruments. Two girls play their own guitars.
Yep, they do play their own guitars. I don't know what the one is called. One has a regular electric guitar, and one has the one that lays flat.
Oh.
And she plays like this. And they have matching outfits, and the whole set's good. And they're amazing.
We are going to have to start hanging out.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take me to these places.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go back to Florida.
Wait a minute now.
I'll be back in Florida in, November anyways for the next IT Nation. So.
I was going to say, you're not trying to get me to go to Idaho, are you?
No, you don't have to come to Idaho. Not a lot of flights coming in or going out, but...
Right. All right.
We do have a Viore. No, we don't have a Viore store. What am I saying? We barely have like Lululemon. I'd take you to D&B Supply, maybe. I don't know.
Do you have a Wawa or a?
What's a Wawa?
What's a Wawa?
You ask me sports questions and Florida questions.
Wawa is like a gas station. It's a mini version of Buc-ee's. Do you know what Buc-ee's is?
I do know what Buc-ee's is. Wow. Only because all the kids wear the hats now and the Buc-ee's gear. So I know what it is based on that.
Yeah, it's
popular.
It is.
What do we have in Idaho? We have a lot. I'm just going to start bringing a bag of potatoes to these events and sign the potato and hand it to you, hand it to everyone.
Let me ask you this question. Why are you in Idaho?
So I was born and raised there, and I haven't...
You can't leave yet?
My probation officer, my parole officer won't let me leave. I don't know. I just haven't left. Look, Boise is not like the rest of Idaho. It is a little bit of a bubble. I call it a fake city. It's very clean and nice, and there, I someday will leave once my cats graduate college, waiting for them to grow up. But yeah, I'm trying to find the right place to go, which is limited.
Limited? You got a whole country.
I know. Let's
start with this. What do you like in Idaho that can be found somewhere else?
I do snowboard.
Okay.
I like surfing. That's not in Idaho. No. I have to travel for that. So ideally, I go somewhere where you can surf.
Okay.
But Florida doesn't have a ton of surfing.
Sure we do.
I think you guys kind of are flat water.
No. Okay, we're not talking, Hawaii style pike.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? You want to do the pike?
Yeah.
Surfing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I'm going to Costa Rica in a couple months for it again.
Sebastian Inlet is a fantastic surf city.
Oh, okay.
And Cocoa Beach used to be the surf capital of the world, Ron John Surf Shop.
I think I have heard that. Okay, so that is an option. Florida is an option for me.
Florida's a big state. We had a lot of stuff there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things that could appeal.
I'm not a big fan of Orlando, but,
Well, that's in the middle of the state. You want to stay along the edges.
Yeah, the edges are... I'd need to be near sunshine and water And I don't mind Denver. I would move here.
Well, I was gonna say Denver because there's snowboarding opportunities here.
Yeah.
Not so much in Florida.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what the economy looks like before I just pick up and move.
Yeah, you can't go to Idaho and Florida on the same budget. So
No, you can. I think I get paid less because I live in Idaho too. Really
you have state income tax there?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have it in Florida.
I feel like that's also something I should know. I'm a terrible adult. Why haven't you left Idaho? Why don't you watch sports? You don't know what a Wawa is. All the things.
What do you watch? CSI?
You're going to keep making fun of me. Yeah, murder, crime.
CSI Cyber?
No, I watch Real Housewives.
Really?
I actually wanted to pitch this panel idea. I was talking to one of the 10 females here. Just kidding. But I was talking to someone, and I was like, you know what? We just need to have a panel. But if anyone knows what Real Housewives are, they're a franchise. You got Miami and Atlanta and Beverly Hills and all of them. And, we wanted to do it like the reunion style because they bring receipts, and I'm like, we could just bring all the Reddit receipts and have like different vendors being represented, and it's like a women's panel, but we bring the receipts and we bring the truth, and so it ends up being like a reality show reunion theme. I don't know. You don't watch that? You wouldn't watch that?
No, why would I watch that?
Well, fine. We'll do Survivor then. I'm going to do a Survivor theme
I don't
panel.
watch that either.
Or what was the one that Joe Rogan did? Fear Factor?
Fear Factor? I don't watch any of those.
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
Fear Factor?
No. Why would I watch somebody put themselves in a coffin
filled
and
with
throw
spiders?
in maggots and spiders?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's my generation growing up watching that type of stuff. That's why I haven't left Idaho. So cybersecurity beyond.
What's your one aha moment in cybersecurity over the last year?
Over the last 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What day is it? It's Tuesday, I think. Honestly,
It's Taco Tuesday.
maybe it's like we were just talking about this on the last one, but we sent out a threat notice recently about let me pull it up since I actually have my laptop in front of me for once.
Yes.
The ConnectWise certificate updates for ScreenConnect. Yeah, that's.
Has there been any more news on that?
No news. Only that it is not an issue related to a previous security event.
Not the one from last year where the person used the rat tool to...
Yeah. So there's some speculative nature going on right now. I am not that... I mean, what I just admitted, I watch The Real Housewives. Of course, I'm speculative all the time. And I'm like, these are all connected.
At least you didn't say sister wives.
No. The what, the Mormon ones?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I have watched that. But hey, Beyond, next year, Salt Lake City. So
there we go.
Where they live. You might have to cut that out of the show, but...
we don't edit, you know that.
Oh, great. I'm from Idaho, so I'm allowed to say some of these things. We continue to monitor all of our environments related to this. We've been seeing we're seeing a lot of campaigns, but man, I don't think ScreenConnect can catch a break right now.
No,
we've seen a lot of these rogue ScreenConnect campaigns going on, and we've got detections for it. We've got managed application control. We can do pretty quick triage and identification response to it, but it's just, these are what my team tracks. It's interesting to see all of this. They just can't catch a break in the past 3 weeks.
So ConnectWise is taking the hit inside the channel, but there's been several that have been attacked. There's the lawsuit that started because Simple Help, which is another RMM tool, got hacked. And
saw that. We put that one out as well.
It's now basically the fact of if you're an MSP and you are hosting your own platform, you've got to stay patched.
Yeah.
And most are not. So I'm assuming that most of those types of MSPs. I'm generalizing. Shouldn't do that.
Oh, I thought you saw a Simple Help person.
No, I've never seen Simple Help.
It's mysterious work. I guess now that you say that, I've never seen it.
But here's the type of thing.
either.
When you guys are monitoring, I mean, there's got to be certain types of things that show up more than other based on habits and, best practices versus non-best practices of what MSPs do to not secure their own environment. Have you seen a huge trend with MSPs having these issues? Because they've talked about it a lot.
They talk about it. I don't know if it's ones that will admit it out of the gate. In the rare cases, we've actually started doing our notices. Some of our notices have been a little unorthodox, right? If there's like the reported breach with ScreenConnect, what was the other? The certificate changes this weekend. These aren't all ConnectWise. We have other ones too that are, you're like, which ones are most popular? But they're a little unorthodox. It's not like there's some sort of CVSS score, an actual vulnerability, or a 0-day associated with it. But we still find it important. So we have a scoring rubric internally. We're developing. We bring in other intel feeds. We have our own intelligence platform that we feed all of our IOCs into it, where we pick up some of these campaigns like fake CAPTCHA attacks and the click fix campaigns and our SSL VPN compromises, the rogue ScreenConnect. So once we start to see trends and patterns, our intel analyst kind of decides like, yep, this is a campaign we need to start tracking. When it comes to the threat notices that we put out, one part of it is a scoring rubric. Is this something that MSPs use? What is the ease of exploitability? What level of access do you need? And then what is the damage, if there is any? Is it in the news a lot right now in media, or not necessarily just media regurgitated? So we kind of go across all these factors in this scoring, and then we decide, we'll send out an email, we'll do socials. The other side of it is we get a lot of insight because we essentially have asset management. We can see the tools that are running in these environments. And we did a general scan of over like 6,000 results of all the software that MSPs use. But predominantly all the notices that we have, we just put one out today for Patch Tuesday, but we're all used to that. We call it Fortipone now instead of Fortinet. So unfortunately, Fortinet is...
Are you really piling on?
Yeah, I should stop now. It's the end of the day. I've had a Red Bull, and now I'm just spicy trying to see who the guest star is tonight. I wouldn't necessarily say, there are some that we see that are unpatched in our exposure scans.
Right.
But I'd say predominantly, MSPs are usually on top of it within a short amount of time. It's hard for us to gauge, even when we do these exposure scanning processes where we do white glove notifications, hey, here's all your customers or clients that you have that are vulnerable to this, that are unpatched, that you need to resolve and remediate. I think it's because our whole thing is not just about credibility, accuracy, it's real time. So when we pull in that intel, we're sending it real time, and so it's more of what is considered, and maybe you can answer this based on MSPs, what would you consider an appropriate amount of time before you patch or to put a patch in?
Oh, that's a touchy subject with MSPs because some are like, you never put a patch in as soon as it's released.
Yeah.
Others are like, no, you've got to. But I base it on the severity of the patch. Yeah. What is it patching? If it is a true known vulnerability, then you just do it.
Yeah.
If it's just a regular patch, like most of the Microsoft Patch Tuesdays, I'll wait a week.
Yeah.
But when they actually come out and say, hey, this is critical, those I put in.
Yeah.
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Those are usually the ones we're reporting on too.
True.
Because they can do the most damage. They're typically externally exposed. There are sometimes, and we also do scanning, even if we see for whatever reason it's running. Maybe it's unpatched. Maybe it's patched. But we've started integrating, most of the time it's unpatched. We've started integrating more information. We're like, by the way, you also have these ports open. And here's some additional hardening recommendations, from a privileged access, and if it's like a VPN actual situation where we're seeing another sonic wall, we take some of that context and enhance and enrich the intel notice, so it's not just go patch your shit, right? We're giving them a little bit more information to go off of we don't want this happening again because we're starting to see all these trends.
Right.
And all of these systems, these appliances, these management interfaces, everything on the edge it's going to continue to get targeted.
Of course. Let me ask you this. So I know I've seen your stuff on social every now and then, but these threat reports that you talk about, are those available only to your partners, or is there a place where, people that are not partners can also get access to them?
Yeah. So for our threat notices, we push those out. Socials, Reddit, it's all about comms. Emails go to all of our partners.
Okay.
But so if you follow us on Blackpoint Cyber, on LinkedIn. We always make sure we post there.
Hashtag Blackpoint.
Yep. You can follow the Adversary Pursuit group on Reddit. We post them there as well.
Okay.
So we try to cover our bases. My future state that I would like to see, and we
is
saw
Florida.
this at IT Nation a little bit, is Florida. Yeah, I'm going to move to Florida. I'm just going to go straight up Matthew McConaughey, quit my job, stop wearing shoes. So future state would, for us to have a consensus, because Reddit can be really noisy. LinkedIn also can feel like you're not getting as much visibility or traction when you're trying to get the word out. And emails get lost in the sauce a little bit. Future state would really be exploring information sharing for MSPs in one consolidated platform or something that we can work together better about. Now you'd want to control access to it, right? Because you don't want necessarily that collective intelligence going on. And I think it's a lot too when people experience a breach. Some organizations I've met are fearful of calling the FBI because they don't want to provide information, right? Which is understandable. But future state, I would like to get those comms out in a better fashion, because we're trying to do it as fast as possible.
Now, who would head this up?
I'm living in Florida now, so
you don't have the time. You're surfing.
I don't have the time. I'm too busy.
Because that sounds like something we need.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like a lot of collaboration would have to be done ahead of time. People would have to play nice and, self-report.
Which is,
consolidate.
I feel like we're getting there.
Okay.
Not just because of this ridiculously large signal chat on the side with MSPs in it, but also, looking at Reddit. But even last week, I'm starting to notice this trend, and tis the season of MSP conferences. It's flattened out a bit, and there's a lot more vendor-agnostic behavior of conversations going on.
Yes.
And because we can all agree, at least on the base level, that MSPs are at risk for these things that we're seeing trends in.
Yeah.
And
I've noticed that as well, and the fact that they realize, look, we all need to work together. And, you said it on our last show. You don't have to choose us, but choose somebody. Mm-hmm. Start doing something.
Yeah.
So, fantastic.
So, yeah, that's definitely one interesting trend I've seen. What else can we talk about?
Well, let me ask you this. You're here at PAX8.
Yeah.
What is the collaboration or the partnership that Blackpoint has with PAX8?
Right, yeah. So we've been in the marketplace. I think we joined it was right when I joined Blackpoint, actually. So a little under 2 years ago. Yeah. We went into it. And, I spoke on our last episode a little bit about our Compass One tool, or not rebranding, I shouldn't say that, but our Compass One tool that we're pushing into that is focusing more so on not just Snap Agent and the data collected from the SOC and the MDR side, but also left of boom for exposure and posture management. So our growth now with PAX8 has actually been amazing. We launched the essential SKUs. We've seen a big uptick in that. We love working with PAX8 already to be able to be with their whole team and also, be one of their top MDR providers in the marketplace. So our relationship is really good with PAX8, and I hope it just kind of continues more and more, especially at this type of event, 'cause this is absolutely one of the best events put on in the space.
It is. So what I was going to ask you as well, because everybody had an announcement to make here, but I didn't see anywhere that you guys had an announcement. You did all your stuff already.
We announced I was about to say something really important, really inappropriate. Yes, we popped the balloon already. Like we already, we already announced all of our stuff. And what I like about this and this type of event in particular is we've actually spent more time from early morning to the end of, you're my last meeting, with partner meetings and with prospects. Yeah. We've had prospects come up and they're like, yeah, we want to see a demo, but we really want to sit down and have a conversation. And so these are the types of events we also bring, like our top executives and the people that can actually answer the questions. We bring our SOC analysts. I mean, those are the best people to run the booths as well, right, because they're in the trenches all the time. They're building the detections and rules. So these events are good because even though we're not announcing something or we already announced all the things, it gives us time to clarify with our current partners and with prospects who are like, so what is Compass One? So right, how do you guys differentiate an MDR? Is your pricing changed? Those are the types of conversations I get tired of having, but hour after hour, but they're so beneficial to us to have that intimate time, and you don't normally get that on the showroom floor.
Let me ask you this, because part of it sounds like these partner meetings weren't planned. Do you come here expecting that you're going to have some of those, or did a lot of this happen organically?
A little bit of both, actually.
Okay.
I'd say for this event, definitely over 60% were pre-planned, where we have partners reach out to us. We let them know, by the way, here's a booking link. Like, if you want to get with, here's the staff that's coming.
Okay.
And we have a full splash page. They know what's going on. And then we market it out. But, the other 20 to 40% are people coming to the booth where we've had maybe some conversations in the past, or they're completely brand new and they just want to sit down. We're like, you know what? Let's bring you in and actually have like 40 minutes dedicated and just have a real transparent conversation. That's what I love about these events the most too. The sessions are great. You learn things. But honestly, it's getting to sit down one-on-one with a partner. You learn so much more in the intimate settings, even at the bar, to be honest, and get business done so that, you're not doing it on a Zoom call.
Yeah, in person is always better. But here's the question. Do they really give you feedback?
Oh, yes, they do. That is one thing I appreciate from my MSPs, from my partners, is they love to give feedback, and we love to take feedback. It's a symbiotic relationship of giving feedback, good and bad. But no, yeah, they do love to give us feedback. It doesn't matter if it's, they got a change in a process, or they want a feature request, of course. They want to know if they can co-market an event with us, or they hate our jackets that we gave them, right? It doesn't really matter. But
you have jackets you give?
We always give out the best swag to some of these peer groups. And
hello?
Why did I not bring you one?
Hello?
Did they close up the booth? I see Nathan there. I can at least come get some swag. We don't have jackets, but now I'm going to have Gina send you a jacket. I'm going to put a note.
I had a couple of other vendors bring swag to the booth.
I'm a terrible
The bar's
person.
Getting set pretty high.
Look at this. Send Marv BPC swag box. I will actually also be in Denver next week, so I'll work with our team.
I don't live here.
I mean, I got to go home and then come back, but yeah.
Okay, but what does that matter?
Well, I'm going to ship it to your house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I won't see you at the next, I don't know if you'll be at the next IT Nation probably.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
You're not taking that big of a break in between conferences, are you?
Yeah, we have a little bit of an internal off-site going on next week, and then we'll be at Roost Flow. I don't know if that matters. I don't know when you're gonna post this, but whenever he decides to post this, we'll be at IT Nation, Roost Flow, and then I think there's a little bit of a break for Blackpoint. So we get to go home, mow our lawns, get clean underwear, do laundry, make sure the animals are still alive before we get back in the airport and go on again.
Don't you have hands for that, taking care of the farm?
Yeah, she's going to take a picture of me because all the pictures they have taken, I am doing the most ridiculous faces, like absolutely ridiculous. Don't do it when my hands are up.
And and picture time.
Oh.
You know, this is the fantastic thing about being on Radio Row, right across from the vendor hall, all the traffic.
I love it.
All the buzz.
I feel like we need little Olympic signs with the rating where we see people and we give them a rating. We're like 10. We're like, oh, 2. No.
Oh, people watching?
People watching.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but what criteria would it be? The outfits?
Yes, definitely the outfits.
Because there have been some crazy outfits here.
From the vendor side, right? I feel like it's usually the vendors are the ones that dress up.
Yeah, I'm getting... That kind of is... what's the right word? I'm numb to the vendors and their stuff. I'm talking about attendees.
Oh my gosh.
And something just flew through the booth.
Some of the attendees, I don't know, it varies between cargo short dad look to the, finance bro vest and button-up blazer.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Women are fabulous.
Business
I love
at the
all
top,
the outfits.
Party at the bottom.
Yeah. Party at the bottom. I'm like, what are they wearing, pants? They have a word for that, Burning Man. I haven't been, but...
like here we go. Like, let's just talk quietly about what's walking in front of us.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
But that's a look.
Oh, he was pulling up his pants. Oh. That's why I was here like, look at this guy right now. We're just staring at him uncomfortably pulling up the back of his pants watching. We're also watching real-time breakdown of the vendor booth.
Yes.
So this is almost like we could be sportscasters right now of what gets put into these types of conferences.
And as we're watching the Movilla booth and...
Yep.
And the carpet's coming up from underneath
everything.
them.
They just rip it apart at these types of events.
This is insane. This is one of the fastest breakdowns I've ever seen of a vendor hall, too.
Yeah.
Because most of the times...
everyone's tired.
No, but I think they had to clear out the room.
Yeah, and they want to go see Neil deGrasse Tyson, I'm sure, too.
Oh, that's true. Do you?
Yeah, I've seen him present. He presented at RSA, I want to say. Was it RSA? I think it was RSA. It was one of the security big ones in... I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. He's fantastic.
But he's not really presenting this time.
No, it's a fireside chat.
Yeah, he's sitting there. John's going to ask him some fake questions. And
Yeah. Where's Pluto? What's the universe like? Do we have a conscience?
Pluto doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to relate that to tech. But, who knows?
Listen, Carl Lewis got related to tech.
How did he do that?
I don't think he did.
Well, build strong leadership. Don't quit.
I mean, it's a great story. There were a couple of leadership things in there, but it wasn't really tech.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to do that. But you do want to break up some of these things with, like, inspirational speakers. I mean...
Yeah, but I would rather him speak.
I would...
PAX8, if you're listening, please bring me back.
Yeah. I would rather. Who knows next year?
The fireside chats are fantastic. I was just hoping for more.
Yeah. Well, maybe this will bring a little bit more. I do, with all this AI conversation, the
agentic inflection.
Agentic AI inflection. With all of this, the theme being this year and the
Domo Arigato.
The weird robot that was walking across. At this point, they should leverage AI to create a fireside chat with an AI model and ingest all of the learning models that come from all of the MSP Discord,
this is Claude.
Slack, Reddit, right?
Somebody pushing buttons. Claude, right, chat.
Put them in some Wranglers or some Nikes. Maybe a nice vest. I feel like, AI fireside chat would be hilarious.
It would be.
You could really prep that.
Now you got me, and I'm sitting here looking at...
Your people watching?
Yes.
You want to see? The outfits aren't bad. Like, look at this guy's outfit. He's got a gun.
Yes. But how about those leggings walking by?
Oh, yeah. See, we should normalize people being able to wear leggings at corporate events. I wear them all day,
There were a lot of
every
leggings
day.
Here, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like I have to dress fairly appropriate, and, all I want to do is wear sweatpants. Let's normalize corporate sweatpants.
I see you're wearing the customary all black, too, like some of our people walking by.
I'm pretty boring. That's all I wear is black. Sometimes I'll go crazy and put green on or like a purple, but yeah, no.
Well, it is the official color of Blackpoint Cyber.
It is. So I try to go
Didn't
with
you guys
it.
used to have
I
a
try
little
look
green
like a
in there?
cool
Didn't you have
girl.
Didn't you have a green, like a forest green, as part of the logo?
Yeah, because it's more lime-ish green
lime-ish.
now. I'm sure marketing's going to call me up and be like, "You're wrong. You're wrong. That's not what our brand is." Yeah. It's more of a brighter green now. But you know, we rock it.
Yes, you do.
All black. We might need to switch it up, though. Apparently every other vendor is either all black or... Except those guys. Those are in all purple.
Yeah, that's purple. Orange is now a thing.
Oh, yeah, orange.
Yeah.
Bright blue.
Don't know where that came from.
So, like, who else have you talked to here that have been, like, the worst conversations?
The worst? We might call them out now.
Yeah. No one from PAX8, clearly.
PAX8 were fantastic. The two, actually...
Agentic selection.
We laughed. Libby and I laughed when she said it. She's like, I can't say that. I'm like, okay.
Why? Just she can't pronounce it? Yeah.
She said she spent
I was at
weeks,
one point was like agenic.
She spent weeks practicing. There's an orange right there.
She was able to do it.
So
What?
I'm going to say this. This is going to be horrible. So people can't see, and I'm not going to ever clarify, but that was my worst interview.
The guy in the tie-dyes?
No, in the
Really?
yeah.
Why?
It just
Was it on camera? The suspect in a lineup.
Let's put it this way. She was so far leaned back and a soft talker.
Oh, no.
And I could not move the mic close enough.
I'm literally like, humming now. I'm like loud.
She's like in her lazy boy at home.
Oh no! Oh, this
watching
was
the
a
afternoons,
remote one.
watching the afternoon soaps, and I'm like, no,
Oh
she was
my
right
gosh.
here. She was here.
Oh, see, I told you last week. We actually should have figured out how to do this with tiny mics in the lazy river and just put on some sweatpants.
I can do
Well, not
that.
Sweatpants, but
I can do that.
you know.
First of all, these are wireless and they record, so we can do that.
They're not waterproof, but we could
They're
put a
not
bag on
waterproof,
them.
but I also have clip-ons. You want to do that?
Yeah, we could do that.
I can bring the clip-ons next time.
Yeah, maybe at the next IT Nation
Okay.
we can figure that out. It's November. Might be a little
Listen,
chilly.
first of all, this is recorded, so
First of all, everything you have said will be held against you in the court of law.
we're going to roll back the tape.
Yeah.
You said, so when I email you to remind you, you'll be like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah. No. Email and remind me. Viore.
By the way, who's
Sending
your,
you swag.
who's your handler?
My
there?
handler.
Yeah.
My caseworker. My parole officer. Sometimes it's Gina Catapano. Sometimes it's Wilfredo Santiago. Sometimes it depends who my handler is.
Are they
At
all
home,
Are
I've
they all
got-
Latin?
Wilfredo is Puerto Rican, actually. He's a Tampa boy. No, Gina's not. Gina Catapano is from New York. So she is Italian.
Oh my.
Yeah. It depends who's trying to wrangle me and herd me, but I do need a handler more often than not.
Okay.
Sometimes. Not at this event. I haven't been going as like balls to the wall for the bar area. I don't know if you checked out the bar area last night.
I was
Kind
there.
of?
I didn't
alright.
see you.
I was outside by the fire for a bit.
Well, that's not the bar area.
Yeah, I know. And then I went inside of the bar, and they were like, we're doing a switch over, no drinks for 5 minutes. And all these drunk guys were like, can I get a
No
drink?
drinks
And-
for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they had to like switch out it was like a law. It was like a law.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what it
yeah,
is,
Yeah,
but-
they had there was the time limit of what they could serve, and then they had to swap over. Yeah, I was gone by
I'm
then.
telling you, Salt Lake City is going to be interesting.
Yeah, but at least you won't have to get a tramp stamp on your hand. And
I had to carry around my passport last night.
what?
Yeah, I lost my ID at
What?
So all I have is my passport, and I'm so scared I'm going to lose it. So I was like holding it in my pocket. I'm like, don't lose it. And they're like, we have to see your ID. And I'm like, I look old enough, but okay. And yeah.
How did you lose your ID at IT Nation?
I don't know.
There was never a point in time where you had to pull it out.
And we were at a Gaylord there, too, and I pulled it out I carried it to the bar, because I'm like, what if they card me? And then I think I left it at the bar. That would make the most sense. But also, they've got my name. Look me up in the system. Gaylord, call me. Like, give me my ID back, because I have to go to the DMV now.
That just tells you how different we think that Mac is going to be here. Like, I look young enough.
Yeah.
They may card me.
Well, I just want to be prepared at all moments, and now I'm scared I'm going to lose my passport, and then I lost my credit card last week too. Somewhere.
Stop it!
I know, it's these conferences are wild. What's more wild is I'm pretty sure I was 100% sober during loss of all of these important items.
We're recording this, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Open to work. Just kidding. No, Oh, and we get music.
Oh, I was going to say,
that's going to be picking it up.
Academy Awards.
You're not kidding. They are doing quite fast teardown. PAX8's got it together.
I should have set up the second camera so that we could...
I know, the GoPro to show it what we're looking at.
Yep. More purple people.
Oh, does he just have a speaker? I'm like, what is this weird Sesame Street
It's probably
music?
one of the PAX8 ones that they gave in the gift bag when you showed up. Look, purple shoes.
Oh, look at that.
And a cow bag.
That's a fit. I like that drip. I think it looks cool. Kids still say drip, right?
And I don't understand, when did flip-flops become a fashion thing?
I wore them last night. But
really?
It was the end of the day, and my feet hurt. I'm probably going to wear my slides later, too, for whoever the surprise guest is. Well, this isn't going to air tonight, so who do you think?
No, it's not.
Who do you think it is? I was placing bets.
I can't.
You know, don't you?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the one thing I have. I didn't get a whole lot of other announcements. One.
Does it require you to be 21 and up to enter the building?
With ID.
All
right.
It's the motherfucker.
You have been fantastic.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks. I'm going to have you as my last interview ever.
I know. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry, Blackpoint. I'm sorry, Uncle Marv. I'm sorry, PAX8. I promote all the good things. No, this event's been great. I actually we should do this more often. Next time, Viore. Next time, the Lazy River. We'll definitely have a GoPro viewing of our people watching.
Yep.
Give them ratings of who dresses best dressed.
Now, are they going to be like the fan handles with the number up top, or are they going to be the full-blown Olympic-sized cards that you hold up?
Oh, yeah, I think full-blown.
Full-blown?
Because then we can bring it in. I've always wanted to do that at keynotes and in sessions. Once they say something you like or you give a rating, like, 9, 8, like, no. We've got, I do like being at the end of the day, as long as I don't get in trouble.
Okay.
So.
Well, you'll have to let me know. Wow. That was a walk.
That is a walk. He's wearing a T-shirt with slacks.
And dress shoes.
Yeah, that's a choice. That's
yes.
a choice.
And he was working it.
And he was wearing also a baseball cap. This is like, all right. Back in the 90s.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, there is video of this, but you will never, ever see it.
Probably best.
Yes. Mac, thank you very much. You are becoming my favorite interview, at least for 2025.
Favorite guest. I love that. Cool. I like that.
This is what happens when you win Best Swag.
Yeah. Wait, we won. Oh, we did win Best Swag. You're right. This is swag I need to get you, apparently. That's my next thing. Next time I see you, I'm going to have either next time I see you or I'm going to get your address. I already have it, I'm sure, in our database, just kidding. And I'm going to send you a whole box of the best Blackpoint swag.
All right. What do the jackets look like?
We go all over. So we did have some North Face puffies that were really nice, but it's not cold in Florida, so I don't think you get one of those.
Okay. I don't need it. Yeah.
We have some good hats. We actually have some really good bags.
it might be cold in Salt Lake.
Oh, you're right. We must remember that. Not in June, but
We'll need to talk about something because I don't wear vendor swag.
Yeah.
So we'll have to...
I hate wearing vendor swag, even if I work for them. No, I just can't stand the like polo where it's everyone's wearing the... You're wearing a polo, but as a woman, I want a little bit more like coolness to it. And
you want to look stylish.
Yeah.
You wanna...
And the logos need to be clean and not all over the place. And
I can help you with that.
yeah, that's what we need, smaller logos so I can wear it out. People are like, what? When I worked for Microsoft, we got the best swag at Microsoft too, but yeah, logos everywhere, patches everywhere, so it's kind of...
Do you like the logos on the sleeves?
I prefer it on the sleeves.
Okay.
I think, that makes me feel like a government official. Like, it makes me feel
All
like...
right. And do you like just like the little tiny logo on the back of the shirt?
Mm-hmm. I like that too.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, I don't like polos.
So
as I watch every single person walk around.
Let's
in a
figure
polo.
something out. If you can get your PR people to send me your logos, I'm gonna work something up.
Okay. Viore.
Oh.
I've requested Viore the past 2 years, and they have yet to approve it. But on
Really?
Dart, we had Lululemon
Wait a minute, as part
approved.
of your apparel budget, they won't approve it?
Yeah.
You have an apparel budget?
Oh, yeah. Usually,
Really?
every year we get to choose,
Wow.
what we want for our team swag and stuff.
Okay.
And we sponsor Andretti as well.
Why would they not approve it? It's not that expensive.
I don't know if they didn't approve it or they just didn't. They did test Lululemon my first year, and that was
Yeah.
nice. Microsoft did that too, and that's it. I mean, I'm good with Lululemon too. But, now
right.
everyone realizes it's all made in China, so...
Well, that's a bummer.
It's a bummer
All right,
when
so
we
we'll
pay.
have to talk about that too. We're going to have a lot of projects to
We do.
get done.
We do have a lot of projects. Oh, wow. It's only been 45 minutes?
Only.
Gosh.
Yeah, that is double the average length that we've done here.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was trying to wrap up, and then you started talking
I
again.
know, you guys. It's the end of the day, so nothing's making sense coming out of my mouth.
Save me a spot at the bar. We're going to
Okay.
hang, and I will not be changing.
Okay, I'm going to go change and see you on the dance floor.
No, you will not. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mackenzie Brown,
VP of the Adversary Pursuit Group at Blackpoint Cyber.
Is that really the title? I looked at that. I saw that. When did that happen?
We can't ever end this podcast episode.
I
right
saw
now.
that. I'm like, that's not her title. I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was something AI made up.
No,
That's your title.
hilarious. No, that is the name of our threat intelligence team. Jeez, Marv.
Mackenzie Brown is the Vice President of the Adversary Pursuit Group at Blackpoint Cyber, recognized as a 2025 CRN Channel Chief for her leadership and innovation in the managed service provider security space.
Yeah, I didn't write that, but yeah, that's accurate. Those are all accurate descriptions.
Okay, I should have
Cool.
said that then.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fake.
Oh, it's all right. No, that's
All
my
right.
title. You can call me whatever you want.
You trying
though.
to be like Rob and have like the longest title you can put.
I know. What is his?
It just got changed. He just Vice President of Community Engagement and Ecosystems, and I don't know.
That's too long.
Yours is almost as long.
Adversary. We just say APG.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it is a little long, but that's all right because we're hunting down adversaries. We're pursuing them. We're on the pursuit for them to stop. Stop doing what they're doing.
Mac the Bounty Hunter.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Ground score.
All right, folks, we're gonna sign off for real this time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening to all these episodes at PAX8 Beyond. This is the final episode. Mackenzie Brown, Blackpoint Cyber, who will now be a standard guest at all my conferences. We will find Viore
We
apparel.
We will, and
We will
eventually
do a
they'll
podcast.
sponsor you.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you totally get sponsored by them, I imagine.
Oh, well, we need to work on that.
Yeah, that's step 2. Mac the Bounty Hunter.
Okay.
Over and out.
Over and out. We are working on it.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'm going to go work on all this stuff we talked about. We'll see you soon. Holla.
Bye.